I'm here at the Melbourne Convention Centre for an event that is the absolute highlight of any dog lover's year. I'm talking about the Dog Lovers Show. We're going to see some amazing dogs today, from rescues to farm dogs to the agility training dogs. My name's Sarah Jones. Welcome to Dog Jobs Australia. Today, I found my way to Melbourne Convention Centre on the banks of the Yarra River for a very special event. It's the Melbourne Dog Lovers Show, which boasts as being the greatest festival in the world, dedicated to dog lovers, and frankly, we can't think of anywhere else we'd rather be attending. Featuring a huge variety of talented canines, there's no shortage of poochers with professions here today. Everything from therapy dogs to social media influencers. Did I mention there's even ninja dogs? To kick things off, I caught up with Farmer Dave from Rough Track, a program that aims to support disengaged youth by teaching them how to care for a dog. So I'm here at the Dog Lovers Show with Farmer Dave. And Farmer Dave, you just finished hosting the Ninja Dog Champions.
Yeah.
And we've got a little bit of a celebrity here amongst our midst, of course.
We do. This is Jimmy Choo. He's an absolute rock star. 5 years in a row, National Ninja Champion for Australia.
And when we check out those little legs, that's pretty impressive, I think, isn't it?
He's only got little paws.
Yeah.
He's only got little legs. So he looks like a normal-sized dog, but then you see his little legs and running around, doing everything on the ninja course, from the ladders all the way to the pillars. He does everything. He's one of those superstars, I reckon.
He really is. And the idea with that ninja course is it's about building up trust with the dog, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's trust, it's confidence, it's connection. It's all the things that we want to get out of our relationships with dogs. And it's to make sure that when they go through life, nothing is scary. Because we know that there's a lot of anxiety in dogs. It's similar to humans. It's about 1/4 of dogs will deal with mental health issues. And so building up one step at a time challenges like the Canine Ninja Championships is all about doing it with you and the dog working together.
Yeah, it was really nice to see with the championships that there was a lot of reading of body language with between the trainer and the dog.
Yep.
And there were times when the dog was given that clear sign of like, no way, this is not happening.
Yep.
And the owners or the trainers, they would respect that and go, yep, fair enough.
Absolutely. I mean, gone are the days where it's all about forcing a dog to absolutely be a superstar. You know, we're not stage mums. As dog owners, we've got to listen to our dogs, and they're talking all the time, not in English, but in behaviour. They read our behaviour. We need to learn how to read their behaviour.
Now, I understand with Jimmy Choo that he has had a bit of a rough start to life himself, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was a severe abuse case, and he was a very aggressive dog when I got him. You wouldn't be able to tell it now.
You wouldn't think it, no.
Yeah, a bit of kindness, a lot of training, a lot of connection, and just building up that trust is what changes humans, and it's what changes dogs.
How incredible to see him go from that to where he is now, being able to do these like superhuman or super dog feats and have the confidence to do it.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely brilliant. And plus, he gives back now. I mean, one of the things that I love about dogs is that when they learn all of these skills, they give it back to others. And he's our #1 therapy dog at Rough Track. So he does a double job, not just being a superstar here, but a superstar getting through to young people and helping them on their journeys.
How amazing is that?
So Rough Track's about 4 years old. It's based on the Backtrack Way, which was started by Bernie Shakeshaft about 14 years ago. And the concept is allowing young people to make choices and make choices that are good choices, and we reward them. And if they make poor choices, well, we just ignore it. We put in boundaries, so it's very similar to dog training, and as a dog trainer, that's why I got involved. But it's really about allowing a young person to be their best self, despite the fact that they probably haven't had the best start to life. You know, many of our kids come to us as homeless, they've lost their parents through drug addiction or imprisonment, and our job at Rough Track is to utilise dogs to get through to kids, to transform them into kind, respectful and trusting young people, because a lot of adults have not been kind to them and have hurt them in ways that we don't think happens often in Australia, but it does. And Rough Truck's there to be able to catch those kids that don't fall any further through the cracks and end up in a lifetime of prison.
I'd heard one of Rough Track's participants was here today and was lucky enough to get a few moments for a chat.
So I'm here with Joseph, who has been part of the Rough Track program. Joseph, how long have you been with the program for?
Almost 4 years now.
Almost 4 years, okay. Can you tell me about your beautiful dog?
Yeah, he's a good dog.
And his name's Diesel?
Yeah.
What sort of dog is he?
Pure breed Kelpie.
All right, and what's his personality like?
Cracks on with other dogs.
He does. You wouldn't think it, he's so chill right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with treats.
Okay, I relate to him now. I can understand that. I'm a bit obsessed with treats as well. So how's the Rough Track program been for you?
It's been like really great. It's helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
And when I'm down, Rough Track is there to bring me back up.
That's fantastic. So it must be nice to make that connection with the dog, but I'm guessing it's pretty good to connect to all the other people that are part of the Rough Truck program as well.
It's like a second family.
That's wonderful.
Hey, give it up for Joe, ladies and gentlemen.
It's country values, it's historical connection to country that we utilise, as well as the dogs, and it works anywhere in Australia. It's going back to basics and just giving love, compassion, and building up trust in our kids so that they can then do that and pass it on as they grow through.
So if people want to support your fantastic program, where would they go?
Just got to go to roughtrack.com. The other thing, of course, kindness doesn't cost you anything. So get on the socials, it's Rough Track, and we're on Insta, we're on Facebook, and encourage the kids as they go through the program because they all read our Facebook, and the more people that get involved, because at the end of the day, a village raises our kids and we want everyone to be part of our village. We don't want people to point out problems anymore, we want them to be part of our solution.
Yeah, solving problems.
More from the Melbourne Dog Lovers Show after the break. You're watching Dog Jobs Australia. We're at Melbourne's South Wharf, attending this year's Melbourne Dog Lovers Show. There's so many amazing dogs to meet, as well as there being so many amazing organisations to learn about. One of them is Revolutionary Assistance Dogs, and I caught up with one of their team members, Catherine.
Catherine, can you tell us a little bit about the amazing work that Revolutionary Assistance Dogs do?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a not-for-profit and we help people train their own assistance dogs. We cover a vast amount of different disabilities, different dogs as well. It's more about the temperament of the dog than the breed.
Right, yeah, I noticed you're here with your beautiful Cav.
Yes.
I see you've been working with some Border Collies and all sorts of stuff. Can you tell me about Isabella's story?
Yeah, absolutely. So Isabel was about a year old when I got sick, and she could tell the difference basically from when I was healthy and when I was not. And she started naturally alerting to medical episodes, these fits that I was having.
Wow.
Yes.
So without any training,
any training, and we believe that it was scent-based. It is scent-based, and that she's able to tell the stress hormone that is released that puts me into an episode.
So did you realise that that was what was happening with her?
No, not to start with. I was like, you're well trained, why are you being naughty? And she was jumping on me and she was persistent with it. And I had to figure it out. And when I could do that and then tap into that and encourage that behaviour, it changed my life.
That is incredible. And how incredible for her to be able to be filling that role and to be able to communicate and you to hear that.
Yes.
Yeah.
She loves communicating. She will communicate with whatever she wants as well.
Okay.
And even go and tap things and say, yes, I'd like that. So
it's good. She's a girl who knows what she wants.
Yes, exactly.
So what does RAD do exactly in terms of helping with these therapy dogs?
So we help the whole process of training, basically. We are able to help people find the right dog, put them in contact with trainers that can help temperament test a litter, and we walk through the entire program from basic obedience and bonding to specific task training, which is very important.
Can you tell us what specific task training
absolutely.
is?
So it's finding a specific task that the dog can perform for the individual's disability.
So in your case, those picking up those fits was a specific task she could perform?
And another thing she does is collect things when I drop them on the ground.
Great.
She loves. So
sounds handy.
It is very handy. It's very specific to the individual's disability.
Yeah.
So we help train that, and then when the teams are working in public access, we also help advocate for them if they face discrimination.
Yeah, which is unfortunately still a thing that happens today.
And one of the main things that we do is help educate the public about the amazing jobs that these guys do so that we face less discrimination issues.
And is the organisation just based in Melbourne or?
Not at all. So we've got teams all over Australia in every state and territory. We are in Melbourne ourselves, and that's kind of where we founded ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know we've been just filming the dock dogs doing amazing agility, and your dogs actually do a little bit of that agility stuff as well.
We have our president, Greer, jumping two of his dogs, Marlo and Flick, and they absolutely love it. And this one loves watching them as well.
Yeah. So I feel like sometimes people, when they think of assistance dogs, they think of that very serious, working dog.
Not at all.
But obviously they need a bit of time to play too.
They have downtime. If I took her vest off, she'd know that she wasn't working. She relaxes. She's not on duty, able to play and things like that. But a lot of our teams do a vast amount of different dog sports, lure, agility, and things like that as well.
Yeah, what a fantastic thing! And for people to find a little bit more about RAD, where would they go?
So we've got Instagram, Rad Dogs Inc.
Yep.
Or our website, Revolutionary Assistance Dogs Inc. We've also got a Facebook page so people can reach out to.
Sounds fantastic, and it sounds like you do such amazing work for all these different people with kind of meeting their needs.
Well, we recognised that there wasn't a support out there for people training their own assistance dogs, and program dogs can have a 5-year wait list and $40,000 price tag, and that's not accessible to a lot of disabled people.
Yeah.
So we wanted to give an option for a support for people to train their own.
Yeah, and some people might be looking to get that assistance dogs, or they might have a dog that, without knowing it, is a perfect little candidate already in their life.
Absolutely, and we can help them recognise that and walk through the training as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're more than welcome.
We've met a lot of dogs while making this show, but we've never had a chance to meet a puppy influencer. And today, I'm getting to meet two.
So tell me, we've got Maggie over here and Indy over here. How old are they?
Yeah, they're 4 years of age, so we got them a month apart and their birthday's a month apart, so unrelated, but they're BFFs.
Almost identical looking. How do they go personality-wise? Is there some differences you see?
Yeah, so with Indy, she's quite alert, quite active, so a lot of stimulus games need to sort of calm her down, whereas Maggie's a traditional, calm lap dog.
That's more the reputation for a Shih Tzu, right? That they're kind of pretty relaxed, not, maybe not too active.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're not meant to be as active as Indy, but that allows Indy to be quite playful, be able to do tricks, which is always...
what sort of tricks does she know?
A whole range. She'll boop on command, give you a kiss, shake, high five, high 10. On the catwalk, we generally can get them to spin in unison.
Amazing.
Yeah, so a whole range of tricks.
I would love to see some of this in action. I'm going to go in for a boop. We'll see how successful we are. Indy, can you give me a boop? Very nice, very nice.
So Indy, in the first year, was actually in the International Comedy Festival. She did 6 shows.
What did she do in these shows? I've got to hear more about this.
It was improvising with comedians, so basically getting her to do all sorts of different tricks. It was for kids and so forth. Yeah. But Maggie just wasn't comfortable for that, so...
that's fine. Not Maggie's
But
thing.
4 years on, she's comfortable to be on the stage. Yeah. Probably not to the element of Indy, but...
Yeah. Indy's just got that natural performer quality, hasn't she?
She's got that star quality.
You can even see she's facing the camera right now, being like, you've got to get the right angle. Well, that's fantastic. So if people want to find you, what's the Instagram handle?
skippinggirl_Shih Tzus.
Skipping Girls Shih Tzu. So
Yeah.
I presume you might see these beautiful dogs parading around the Hawthorne Richmond area as well.
Yeah. We always hang around the Abbotsford Convent,
Yeah.
and around the MCG or the tennis centre. So
People
there's
might
plenty of parks.
get a chance to see the celebrities in real life.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you for your time.
Stick around for more Dog Jobs Australia after the break.
Indy, can I have a boot? I'm here with the wonderful people from Hear No Evil Dog Rescue. It's a rescue that's really close to my heart. I personally had a beautiful blue heeler who was blind, and this is a rescue group that work with dogs with disabilities, trying to bring them out of the shelter into foster homes and then being adopted. So we're going to speak to one of their wonderful volunteers who has a beautiful deaf dog called Willow. Let's go chat to her. I'm here with Joanne from Hear No Evil Rescue, and we're here with the beautiful Willow. Joanne's just showed me how to do Willow's sign name, because Willow is actually a deaf dog. Joanne, could you show us again?
This is Willow.
Willow. There we go, Willow. So Hear No Evil works with a lot of deaf dogs, because it's not uncommon for dogs to be deaf, but they also have other dogs that come into their care. For example, dogs that have had neurological difficulties or dogs who are blind. It has a personal connection for me. I used to have a blind dog who passed away, and I've also fostered for this wonderful charity as well. Of course, deaf dogs are just as smart as any other dog, and they can learn really easily. I noticed you were doing some signs with Willow. What sort of sign communications do you use with her?
Well, usually she knows about 12 signs. So she knows, normal signs, regular signs like sit or drop, go to the toilet, bed, these sorts of signs. So things like food, a whole lot of different signs. She definitely understands the sign no or don't do that.
But she probably doesn't always use it, doesn't always listen.
Yeah, you're right. So she'll just look away. I'm not looking at you, so you can't tell me off.
Yeah, if you can't see the sign, you can't listen. A lot of humans think of, deafness or blindness as such a huge impairment, but especially for a dog with this amazing sense of smell, they've got such a rich life.
Yeah, you're right. So Willow, if she's playing outside or in the backyard, she might be playing, and sometimes she'll just stop and just smell something and bolt to the front door and just be sitting there going, what's going on? Because my friend had arrived, or my parents have arrived, because she knows the smell of their car or the smell of of that person, and she'll immediately notice that they've arrived. It's really such an amazing skill, such an amazing sense of smell. It's really heightened.
So I know here at Hear No Evil operates nationally, and they're often taking dogs out of shelters and trying to get them in foster homes first of all, and then adopted out. So if anyone is watching and they'd like to open up their home to either foster or adopt, I'd certainly really highly encourage people to get in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. People think that they have to know sign language to be involved with deaf dogs. No, it's fine. You can use gesture or whatever style you have, or whatever house you have. If it matches you and suits you, then that's great.
The dog's going to be learning your own language, really, the language between the two of you with the signs that you create.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. It's so great to see you guys here.
Thank you very much.
What a big day it's been, but I think I still have time to meet one more dog and get to meet the team behind Animal Behaviour Experts.
So I'm here with Rose from Animal Behaviour Experts.
Hi.
And Rose, can you tell me a little bit about how you got into working with dogs?
Oh gosh, how can you not? I've loved dogs all my life, and look, I love all animals, and I just find that a place like Dog Lovers Show, this is just doggy heaven.
It really is, and it's a place where you can kind of build friendships and working relationships, because
Yep.
I know you and Paul have come together to collaborate on a show called Are You Smarter Than a Working Dog?
And a working dog,
Great.
absolutely. That's
So
our show.
Tell us a little bit about that idea.
Oh, look, as an animal behaviour consultant, I deal a lot with animals and their owners, and I reckon I can already tell you what I think is smarter, whether or not it's humans or dogs. And so now I want to put it to the test and show people just how smart dogs are. And if you're going to have a smart dog, you have to use an Australian Kelpie.
Yeah, they do have the reputation for
Yep.
being incredibly
Yeah.
smart. How do people usually fare? You've got them up on stage, asking the dog and the human to perform several tasks.
Yeah, we do. And to be honest, it's a little bit slanted towards the dog being able to do, because we do maths, and as you know, dogs fantastic at maths.
Yeah, myself not. I
yeah.
don't know if I'd be able to compete, so I get that.
So we do a lot of little exercises just to showcase how fantastic dogs are. But you know what? Today we had a very smart young girl. So, I mean, it was a tie, but
Okay.
not to give the game away.
She's still not thrashing the Kelpie competition.
No,
but yeah,
that's
fantastic.
all right. But
fantastic.
humans, you know, like I think we always think we're the smartest of species, but now we're actually seeing it for, well, it's a scientific study to be able to determine which one, once and for all, is the smartest, humans or dog, and we know.
Yeah, I think Gypsy knows that as well, doesn't she? She's a beautiful, beautiful dog.
She sure does.
So, animal behaviour experts. So
Yeah.
it's not just dogs you work with. What some
No,
other
everything.
training have you done?
Oh, look, cats is a huge one. So a lot of people don't realise that you can get help for cats. And
Yeah.
also, of course, you can train them as well. But we deal with birds, lots and lots of bird clients, even guinea pigs.
Really?
So it's not as intensive, the work that we do with guinea pigs, but pretty much every species. We have a horse expert on hand as well. So yeah, look, it's great. We talk about animals all day long.
What a dream.
So
What a
we're
dream.
we're in heaven at today's show. But yeah, look, if people and animals are going to live together, we really need to be able to give them a lot of guidance to make sure that everyone's happy, not just the humans.
Yeah, and I suppose one of the challenges with a dog that's so smart is sometimes when they're not working, they're not given a task to
Oh,
do.
100%.
They get a bit destructive
Oh,
naturally.
Working dogs are, when they're living in the suburban areas, they're unfortunately redundant. They're out of work. So that can lead to boredom. You know what it was like during lockdown?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of things.
We all picked up some pretty bad habits. That's no surprise, really, is it?
That's right. And look, you know, it's not just the really smart breeds, it's all breeds of dogs. They want to do something. And gone are the days when we keep dogs in backyards and just leave them.
Yeah.
We want them in, on the couch, hanging out. And they want to be doing the same thing too. They want to be part of the family.
Yeah.
And so that's how we help that integrate, because not every dog can actually handle being inside and not get up to mischief. So that's where animal behaviour experts
So I
come
suppose
in.
for you, it's really quite a tailored approach to each family and their dog, their personal situation,
100%.
and what the dog itself wants as well.
Yeah, absolutely, because not every dog wants to run around all day long like an Australian Kelpie. If you get a greyhound, guaranteed, they just
Couch
want to
potatoes.
be couch
Yeah.
potatoes. Absolutely, you know your dogs. And, you know, even some dogs, they just want to sleep all day, and then some dogs, they want something to do, a puzzle.
Yeah.
Let's find stuff and use that nose. The dog noggin is so built up around its ability to smell, so not all visual stuff is going to appeal to some dogs. Some dogs want things to detect and find, and then sometimes even destroy.
So Paul, you're here with your beautiful dog here.
This one's Gypsy.
Yeah?
Yep.
And she's, how old did you say she is?
Oh, three and a half.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
She's a really sweet dog, isn't
Yeah,
she?
and she's pretty chilled out. She's had about 2,000 pats.
Yeah, it's probably like the end of a very long day, I imagine, for
Well,
her.
it's not quite life on the farm.
No.
And she came because she's pretty laid back. But we got a couple of young ones there behind us as well. But Rose rang me and said, "Oh, we're going to do this little show thing at the Dog Lovers," and it was about if the dog's smarter than the human.
Yeah. And so did you have any fears going into that show? Like,
Plenty.
I don't know if it's going to work
Lots.
out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
Tricks and me, we don't do much. So
Yeah.
So we did some really basic stuff like what I would do on the farm.
Yep.
We did the stops, jump up on the box, like riding the bike, the bark on command. She will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Gypsy, Gyps, push, stop. Good girl.
Very nice.
Yeah. So she's got much better, and tricks and I don't do
Well, it's not really that kind of thing on the
No.
farm, isn't it? You're not really looking for that sort of thing.
We do a lot of like Rose behavioural stuff with working dogs, a lot from Melbourne and hobby farmers and stuff like that.
Right, so you help train other people's working dogs to try and skill them up?
Yeah, a lot of basic behaviour, obedience. You know, it's like a working dog. It's not actually really a proper dog unless it's well behaved and obedient.
Yeah, and I suppose the farms might have quite different needs in terms of what they're needing that working dog to do.
We still do a lot of farmer stuff too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So she's been in the show today. Are you smarter than a working dog? Was she in the show yesterday as well?
Yes.
And she thrashed the competition by the sounds of it.
No, the little girl today was great.
Okay, all right, that's
And
good. She's probably an exceptional child. We're talking about.
They were
Genius level.
They were pretty good. We give
Neck and neck.
the cup to the little girl.
Yeah.
And Gypsy got the treat.
I mean, that sounds like a win-win situation, doesn't it?
We can't get better.
So I have heard that she's a bit of a mathematics genius. I'd love to see a little bit of maths going on here.
So I'll come over here. Stop. We'll do 5.
5, yep, let's do it.
Push. 1, 2, push 3, 4, push 5. Good girl.
I tell you what, at 4 years old, I don't know if I had those skills, so I'm pretty impressed by her. Pretty impressed.
We're learning, both of us. and now she's got it. She's going sooky, and she wants a treat. Oh God!
I mean, that's fair enough.
See, on the farm, she gets a pat, and she's happy. Goes
do you
forever.
feel like maybe the experience here is maybe spoiling her a little bit? You're probably going to run into a range of dramas when you're back home.
She's going to get home and go, really?
Where are the people patting me? Where are the people
expect me to
taking my
work?
photo?
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I'm a celebrity, don't you know that?
Yeah, that's right. Look at her. She's the queen.
And that's the end of an incredible day here at the Dog Lovers Show. My serotonin levels are absolutely through the roof. I hope yours are too. See you next time on Dog Jobs Australia.